rage in their hands. ESPN talking trash, we don't give a damn. Fake sports news, yeah, they're out of the league. You call of Duty drop this time, just believe. NCAA 25, what a day to be alive. Hot takes and debates, yeah, we thrive. Not here to start shit, we finish the war. Victory's our mission, we're settling the score. The boys with the heat, blazing like a flame. Never backing down, always in the game. With the lights on fire, we'll rise above. We're the boys with the heat, and we're never giving up. Controllers in our hands, locked and loaded.
Welcome back, Charles. Welcome, Corey. Congratulations. Thank you for making the show. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
Charles and I, the one thing before you, I'm going to mean to cut you off, Charles, but
Oh,
we were talking about this before. We were like, man, when are these guys going to come to Wisconsin? And I didn't realize you guys actually were in Wisconsin. I was like, not all of you are in Wisconsin, but you guys played a game here. And Charles and I are like, we got to get down there. We got press passes. We want to get in there and get to the game. And I was like, what's the second best thing we can do? We can have Corey on.
Yeah. When I refer to people who ask, I refer to y'all as the Globetrotters of baseball, and I'm not sure if that's a knock against what y'all do, because the entertainment value is. I love baseball, but I love what you guys do more than baseball, and which it is baseball, and I don't want to take anything away from that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, so I'll tell you right now, we hate that. We hate when people say that. Because,
Awesome.
And I know it doesn't, not to say it like that, like we hate that because when you think of the Globetrotters, you think of like, it was like fixed. Like, for example, to give you a better understanding, like a lot of the people that don't know about this, they'll probably only think it's Bananas and Party Animals. I played on one of the new teams, right? There's 4 total teams now. There's the Tailgaters, there's the Party Animals, there's the Firefighters, there's the Bananas. And there's even a team that I played with called the Visitors last year, who they might be making a return. You might be hearing that first here.
Ooh.
Yeah, but now all these 4 teams, excluding the Visitors, are more full-time. Because I was only there. The Firefighters and the Visitors just got introduced last year, and it was like a part-time thing. They were like, is this going to work? And it ended up working big time. I mean, we were playing the Bananas sold out in Indianapolis, while the Party Animals are playing the Firefighters in Savannah, and they're both sold out, right? So
that's fantastic.
Like, okay, we got a whole league forming here. Like, this thing is getting huge. Now, back to the Globetrotters point.
Please.
For example, my team was the Visitors.
Yeah.
We get in there, nobody's expecting us to really whoop some ass or anything like that. So we are playing like we got nothing to lose. And then game 1, we beat the Bananas in front of 15,000 people, and these little kids are like, what is going on? Can we just the Bananas win? To backtrack to the Globetrotters, I feel like the Globetrotters always won. It was very scripted, and I feel like that's why it was more of a show, and that's why it eventually died out. This is something that if you go to a game and you go to another one, you won't see necessarily the same thing. You still got to hit a 92-mile-an-hour fastball coming down. You still have to do all that. And the trick plays are insane. Trick plays, if you go to a game in person, man, you will see how...
there is absolutely, outside of an asteroid or Yellowstone blowing up, right? Like, we're headed to a handful of these games. We love everything about it.
And I know it's hard. Like, you got to get on a waiting list and all that stuff. It's tough, but if you're able to go to one, dude, definitely.
We wait 35 years for Packers season tickets. We'll be fine.
You'll be good then.
We'll be, absolutely.
You'll be good for sure, man. Hopefully, I find out here soon what team I'll resign to and stuff like that. Some people are just wait. It's a waiting game now because the season's over.
Yeah.
But we'll find out in a month or so on where we're going and what team I'll be on or what team I won't be on. You know what I mean? So but yeah, I'm so excited about this organization. For me, dude, I went to Division I. I went to Marshall University right out of high school.
Yeah, the Herd, right?
Played baseball there. Yeah, big football school, but good Division I baseball program. From there, dude, I remember like I was in that era where posting a video wasn't as normal as today. I would get ripped and chewed out.
Yeah.
If I'm doing a video dancing in the locker room, I would get destroyed by my coach, man. He would shit on me. So then I ended up
from that same era, bro. It was really weird.
Even my dad sometimes, yo, what are you doing? I go, bro, this is what I love to do. I wasn't posting anything inappropriate, going out or having a drink or something. Like, I was posting videos to like touch, like make a little kid's day, or
Yeah.
I was away from Miami. It was like the North Pole to me. Sometimes that's how like my family knew that I was happy and doing good and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
keep in mind that I'm in that era. I ended up transferring to Jacksonville University to finish out my career. And
Yeah.
that's where I like fell back in love with the game, because that had taken away something from me. I was like, dude, this is supposed to be a fun game.
Yeah.
I remember getting ripped for every video I made. I went to Jacksonville, and then the head coach was just, what a difference being with a better leader makes, man.
Oh,
I was,
environment makes such a
oh,
huge
dude.
difference.
I
Yeah.
mean, sure enough, that year that I transferred there, which was tough because I transferred middle of the fall after being 4 years at Marshall, we ended up 3 games away from going to the College World Series, man. So it was
Oh
like we were
man.
all together. I got there and I was that guy making videos. People didn't give a shit. Like they're like, all right,
Yeah.
this guy's whatever. That's what he likes to do. That's what it was about, right?
Yeah.
And that was
I
contagious
love
too,
that.
man. That was
Yeah.
contagious. And then I found
Yeah.
myself like after that year, I was like, dude, like I love this game again. And now I didn't want to play professional baseball and go play as a free agent for the Padres just to say I'm a professional baseball player. That wasn't
Right.
what I was on. I was like more
Yeah.
like, now social media is starting to get bigger. TikTok comes out. I'm doing well on TikTok. I'm like, dude, what if there's a world where both of these things collide? And I'm like, oh my God, dude. I'm like, bananas or nothing, straight up. Like, that's all I
Yeah,
want to
dude.
do. I don't care about going to play for peanuts and saying I'm a professional baseball player and it still be a
Yeah.
boring. All my boys that got drafted were like, yeah, dude, it's here. It's even worse because nobody here. It's not a team sport like in college. At least
Everybody's trying to. I can see
yeah,
that.
everyone's trying
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
it, and you could be that guy in the locker room and they don't give a shit. Like I
Yeah.
was ready to just do something that I loved, and I took that step and just focusing on playing banana ball, and I was able to do it, man. I was able to get a private workout. I kept my social media up, and then yeah, I tried out, and the rest was history. I was able to play with them this year on the tour
Yeah.
with those new teams, man, and I'll
Yeah.
never forget it. Best time of my life.
I don't mean to be yanking your chain, but when I had heard about Banana Ball, and I'm so glad you told me about that Globetrotter thing. I can't wait to revamp and
Charles, do you want me
rephrase
to
that.
cut? You want me to cut that out?
No, we need to. That's a message that needs to be brought out there. But now I had heard something that made me focus a little bit harder on it was like the amount of like skill needed outside of baseball added with baseball that kind of brings a whole new level of intensity to this sport because
You can add the character as well.
in baseball you have to be able to hit that 92-mile-an-hour pitch, but in banana ball you got to be able to hit that same pitch behind your back
Yeah,
and do something crazy on the base path while maintaining speed. I mean, and I know I'm not doing justice by explaining what I had just explained there, but it really is a fantastic spectacle, and it takes an athletic, hyper-focused individual to accomplish these feats.
Oh yeah,
So,
these guys are all ballers, man. I could tell you, like right now, that tryout is insane. That tryout is
Yeah.
something that I've never ever thought existed or could ever exist. It was a bunch of creative, kind of crazy people that play this game, but are all like about fans first, right? That's their
Yeah.
motto is fans first. And I've always been like that. I've always wanted to sign the kids ball where I feel like sometimes in professional baseball, it's, oh my God, here comes that those people asking for a signature. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the
That's
dopest
the
part
best
about
part.
this. Yeah. So all
Yeah.
those people in that tryout, man, first off, you had to wear a costume. So right away, you have to get out of your comfort zone. So I went dressed as a turkey. A bunch of people were dude, it was crazy. I remember getting there and I'm like, dude, this is where I
This
belong.
isn't
Like,
real, bro.
yeah, this is like full me. This is so me. And I
Yeah.
remember picking out my outfit. I'm like, dang, what do I wear? If you put it this way, if you don't wear
Yeah.
a costume there, you
Yeah.
look freaking weird. You got the problem. You got the problem if you don't wear that costume. You will stand out like a sore thumb if you don't wear that costume. So that's the first thing they say. They say, whatever is normal, do the opposite, right? We know you
Okay,
could
yeah.
catch a ball. We know you could catch a ball. We know
Yeah.
you could hit a baseball, but if you hit a fly ball, deep fly ball, pimp the shit out of it. Do something crazy. At the end of the day, that is a part that does reflect off Globetrotters. We are a show. We're there to put
Right.
on a show.
It's something that one of the other major connections I had made with that pathway was the kids. And it's really hard for me to break that apart, especially considering we're 11 minutes into this cast and you've mentioned how great it is to be around those kids 6 or 7 times.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love hearing it, man, because here on the show we're all about the kids. We're all about
we're
just
part of the Fans First Sports Network.
Yeah,
That's
Absolutely.
literally what we
Absolutely.
are. So
I just took him off the shower. I have so many bracelets that I literally cannot fit on my arm right now that
Yeah.
I it's worth more than a rollie to me.
yeah, yeah.
I wear it out. I wear it everywhere, and they're like, "Yo, you're 29 years old. What do you got that on for?" I'm like, "Dude, you don't understand.
You don't
Like,
understand.
when you go to a
Yeah.
park and there's 15,000 people there, and there's a little kid just calling your name, and he made this, and it says your name on it. Like that to me feels way more than
Man.
any watch that I've ever worn. That's just me. That's just who I am.
That's part of the definition of the worth of a smile, right? I feel like the smile is probably one of the most valuable things the human body ever obtains.
Right.
Absolutely, man.
We would equate that as going into a playoff game and watching. Take Jordan Love in, for instance, like him throwing a touchdown pass to win the game. We got to go in there and witness this. Now, for a kid who loves the sport, loves the game, they get to go there and see one of their favorite players. This guy entertained me. He actually took his time out. He came and he went and saw me. He talked to me, shook my hand. Kid's going to remember that for the rest of his life.
Absolutely, man.
And baseball in America, as crazy as it seems to us, people who love baseball, it needed something to bring new eyeballs to the sport. And the higher ups in the pros are trying to make the game faster or do all of this, but the game needed this excitement factor.
Yeah.
And Banana Ball brings excitement to baseball.
I'll be completely honest with you guys. I don't really watch baseball until it's like the playoffs or World Series. But I'm at home and I watch football. I watch UFC, and let's be honest, baseball's pretty boring, dude. This new rule that they added. It's like Banana Ball, where you have to get in the box and there's a pitch clock. If not, dude, think about it. You're there taking a deep breath, and there's a minute passes by without any action. So
it's terrible.
Banana Ball's all action. I love the aspect of it. It's only growing.
The social media presence is incredible. I believe Banana Ball is somewhere around 82 million likes on TikTok and just growing. But there's something that I want to circle back to. It's something that I noticed in all of the videos is how interactive y'all are with the kids. I think this is such a family first oriented spectacle. I tell parents, I said, this is a top 10 bucket list for your children. It's a top 10 bucket list to get your kids to one of these games.
And if there's some that don't even really watch baseball that will go and their lives are changed forever.
Yeah.
Male or female, you go to the game and you are like, you can't be on your phone or you'll miss something. And then you might be like, I remember one of my first games, the starting pitcher was done pitching, and then I look into left field, and in the high bleachers, the starting pitcher that we were playing against was in there just signing autographs. And I'm like, dude, this is what it's about. Those people right there are probably like, holy smokes, like I would never forget this.
And every day there's something new. Sorry, Patrick, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you don't get that at a regular baseball game. They're not interacting with fans. There's been ones where I watched where they're out there, they're literally, until the guy gets up to bat, he's out there ordering food, drinking a beer, having a hot dog. I think there's even a video of you, like a guy offering you a beer in the outfield. It's crazy. Like the fan experience is one thing. You don't just pay for that. You get to experience it, you get to enjoy it. It's 110%.
Exactly. And I mean, I've been so fortunate, dude. Like I only did 2 months of Banana Ball because I was on this new team, and my time was cut short. But the impact, like I come back home and I go to a Panthers hockey game, and I have kids already coming up to me like with the bracelets and stuff, and I love that, man. Like I love it so much, and I am where I want to be, and I'm so thankful that I didn't decide to go play professional baseball just to be in the minor leagues. This is me, dude. This is 100% me. I've always made videos, even since I was like in high school, and like the quality was pretty bad. Like I was that guy making videos. I was definitely that dude.
You two made it because of people like you. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
it was Vines before that. It was Vines before that.
Exactly. And that
Dude,
goes back
the Vine, bro.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I had Vine. I had that. I remember as soon as I got to Marshall, I got asked to delete my Vine because I made a video right away. I had a good idea that I was obviously it's a culture shock to me, bro. I'm Hispanic. I'm from Miami, and I go to West Virginia. And I remember
North Pole, bro.
Dude, I was walking backwards to class because it was so cold, crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember making a video, dude, getting called into the office next day. This is like the dean and stuff, the president of the school.
Yeah.
Hey,
No fun week. Holy
we
cow.
need to not put, you need to delete that. I was like, dude, this is crazy. I was like, I understand if it's like something bad or someone that's a
Right.
screw up is making videos with profanity. Dude, I was just making videos, being myself and playing ball.
Yeah.
And the dorm life, like me living in a dorm and walking out and there's snow and all I own is a tank top and swim shorts. Like, this is a whole other world to me. And like relatable stuff.
Yeah.
Like stuff that now you're probably getting paid to do, and they're probably telling you in those.
Please do it because we want those videos.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, Marshall doesn't want recruits to.
That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, dude,
That's
I was
fine,
like,
whatever, dude.
30,000 people just saw this video, and
Now they're paying
commented,
somebody 90 to 6 figures a year
Yeah,
to
and now
build a
there's-
social media program. Yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy how fast things change, man. Now you got NIL, you got all that, and it's crazy. If I was in the era, it would be game over.
Oh, bro.
But hey,
I don't.
that's staying to myself, man. I was like, dude, I know I'm doing something right. Like, I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not gonna. I remember changing my Instagram name so that they couldn't find me. I like spelled it. I spelled it wrong on purpose. I made it hard for them to find me. But I always, you look at my profile, it's dated back to since I was in high school, like 2014, 13. I already had an Instagram, and it's something that I'm proud of, dude. I built like forever, and I've had it forever, and I've always been myself on there. I don't post something because I'm like, oh, this is what's hot. This is gonna get a lot of likes. No, dude. I will post something that like how I feel. Like I made, like recently, I've been down here with a really famous comedian, Mr. Red. And I've been putting videos with that guy and just being myself, like the Hispanic dad versus the American dad or the chant, stuff like that. And people are like, dude, this is so hilarious. This is real. You know what I mean? I love that.
Real is engaging, and it's hard to find that on the internet nowadays.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So I was stoked when Patrick hit me up saying that you were coming on the
Absolutely,
podcast.
man. Absolutely. I'm down, man. I'm definitely down.
So-
We're in the off season now. I still don't know what's next. A lot of opportunities for me have blown up personally. So like, hopefully, obviously, my heart is with Banana Ball, and it's looking that way. Like we're gonna stay playing in Banana Ball.
Dude, I've known you for 18 minutes. I tell you right now, this is where you belong.
Yeah,
just,
no doubt,
just
man.
your
No doubt.
personality, how you
No doubt.
approach how you respect the environment along with the game, and your perspective on it has been
There's no time
enlightening.
like that. Even if I'm not in a game and I'm home, and like I told you at a game or and a kid is there and recognize me, I will literally like that makes my day as much as it makes theirs. You know, like. I love this shit, man.
We on the same boat. Yeah.
I was telling Charles, there's a few people that we reached out to, and we sent some memorabilia, and we'll do some giveaways with it. There's some really good people out there in podcasting and sports media. We sent a painted picture of Pat McAfee out, and we got an autograph back, and I think we're going to do something with that for the show. I mean, it's just it was just awesome to be able to do these things where we can give back and we can not.
Pat's
BS
a real
people.
champion of the people, man.
Yeah, we can not BS people by telling them, hey man, guess what? We're gonna give this away. It doesn't matter if 3 people get to see the video. Guess what? Somebody's getting that thing. Charles does giveaways all the time for the fans of the show.
That's awesome,
it's all about the people who listen, because Charles and I are just fans that started a podcast that it's not huge, but it's enough for us that we enjoy doing it. And
I give up my nap time for some of these.
Give up your nap time.
No, dude, it's legit. I'll tell you what, the introduction song, I was jamming out already, dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's the real deal, man.
Wait, no, the other way. Snapchat filter. That's this guy.
Oh, we were, for a while, we were doing a song for every single episode. Every episode had its own song.
Oh, it's legit.
It was crazy.
So now, during training, is the entertainment side of it, was there more focus on that, or just as much focus as there was the baseball?
So,
or tryouts too?
At the end of the day, we are professional athletes in this, right? Like, this is a professional sport, and we have guys that get their work in, and we train hard. I would tell you right now, personally, I work on trick plays so much. Because a lot of people maybe think that, a behind the back catch, it can't be that hard, whatever. Like, that's stuff that you got to practice, because when it comes to all these people you're playing in front of, that's the moment that you're like, dude, I better nail this or I'm gonna look so
Yeah.
silly.
The mental side of that, dude, is something
Dude.
that's probably not spoken about enough. But
Oh
yeah,
no,
hitting that
absolutely. I'll
block
tell
and
you.
breaking through it, dude.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, my first trick play attempted, I dropped it. And I felt, I'm 6'5". I felt like I was 2 feet tall. Like, bro. But what they love and the people that they bring in here is someone that is not scared to go right back and do it, right? That was
Yeah.
in front of 5,000 people in Savannah. Then I go play in front of 15,000 people, and I'm like, all right, now if I nail this and try it again,
Yeah.
my team might be like, God, please, oh my God. But that's the best part about this game,
Yeah.
right? A normal fly ball to right field in the major leagues, you're already like, that's an out.
Yeah.
Right now, it's what is he gonna do, dude? Is he gonna do a backflip?
Every
Dude,
ball is a play.
I have a video that I took my shirt off, my
Yeah.
jersey off, and popped it up to another guy. And that when I popped it up, it felt like 10 seconds in the air. I was just like, someone catch this, please. You never know what's going on.
Yeah,
You never know what's gonna happen. That one that I dropped between my legs, when I nailed it, the first thing I could think of, I was right by the foul pole line. I have a video of this too. I ran into the crowd and just started celebrating with the crowd.
Oh,
And everybody
yeah,
just started jumping around, dude. Those are the
Electric.
things that, yeah. But now to go back to practicing and the work ethic, these guys do grind their ass off, man. Like, we work out. We have a strength trainer. We practice all the time, and in those practices, yeah, like we might have our shirt off and we'll be tanning, but we're getting our work in. Like,
Yeah, it sounds like the organization also cares about the physical athlete just as much
Absolutely.
as the entertainer, and that's something wonderful to hear from
yeah.
the outside looking in.
Absolutely. Like we definitely are there, and we know like that it's a show, and at the end of the day, that show is not going to be great unless we work at it. We'll have Monday through Wednesday, let's say. We usually play Thursday. We might travel Wednesday. We'll practice like Monday through Wednesday, and we will work on our game. And then Wednesday already, we're practicing the choreography, which, dude, that is no joke, bro. Like, I remember in the tryout, shout out to Maceo, our dance coach, our first base coach.
Okay,
He is like the dude that
Shut
does
up,
all the
really?
choreography.
The first base coach is that's
Oh,
fucking
dude, that dude can move, bro. He is there. He is a very big part of this organization. And I remember when I tried out first, he said, who here can dance or knows how to dance? And me, I'm thinking like, if I go to a club or a bar, I could dance. Like, I love dancing, but choreography dancing, like, I turned around and there was no one with their hand up. I'm like, oh, you mean like 2 steps to the right, like dance, like really choreography dance.
Yeah.
And dude, it's no joke, man. It's no joke. We had to learn a dance at the tryout. They had to see that you're willing to put in that hard work that you put into baseball into that. So
can it mirror over and be retained?
Yeah, like to your point before that you know the people we bring in, like you could be a guy that hits bombs and you could have all this experience in the world and you could be coming from the minor leagues. But if we tell you, hey, this is the time that we're all gonna do the flash mob TikTok dance, and you're like, oh no, I ain't doing that. They're gonna be like, dude, then you can't be here. Straight up.
Oh man, yeah, you do. You guys have done quite a few flash mob dances too.
Oh yeah. Like that 3-2-2 or 2-2-2 is when we flash mob that the pitcher just starts dancing and the umpire's in it, and the center fielder, the third shortstop, and the second base are in it. And if you don't know what you're doing, the world will see it. So you better know what. You better take it serious.
Yeah, you ain't worried about a defensive shift as much as you are when that flash is about to hit.
Yeah,
That's
man.
so cool.
No joke.
Yeah.
No joke.
But then you gotta remember the defensive shift. That's a phenomenal aspect of this game.
If you're playing center field, and you have to always be ready, because let's say I'm in right field and I come in to play center that inning, I better be ready to do that dance or I'm gonna look silly. Like,
yeah. That's so cool.
You need to know what you're doing.
Patrick, you got any more? Because I'm going to be getting, you grew up Cubano here. I'm very excited to ask my food questions.
No, you can get to the food question.
All right, because so I love asking our guests about their childhood foods growing up, be it something your parents did on a weekend. Some of the answers we've heard so far are like hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, and then Little Caesar pizza on Friday. So there's really, and then there was like some really like crazy steak ones too.
Well, there was a guy that was a sushi guy.
Yeah. So there's no wrong answer here, but growing up, What's that? What was that specialty dish that comes to mind? Something that either your grandma or your mom or somebody cooked that was like,
Dude,
oh yeah, I'm going to
yeah.
bed full.
And I'm
or something.
definitely Cuban food guy, like
Yeah.
straight up. And it might sound basic, but you know what churrasco is?
I have no damn idea. Not one. I
It's
don't know if you can see how white I am up here, my friend.
It's basically like saying like skirt steak. Like it's
Okay. Okay.
it's just, but here it's like the best. We call it churrasco. It's like your typical meal, like Cuban meal, is rice, beans, and churrasco.
Okay.
And dude, that is what I grew up on. That is right now what I will have right now. It's
Yeah.
my favorite thing.
Oh, man.
It sounds like pretty simple, like just steak, rice, and beans. But if you ask
Dude.
for churrasco and you're in Miami, you're gonna get
Yeah.
a steak that you're like, damn, like it is
see-
legit.
Don't tease me with this because I'm a steak sandwich guy, and the wife and I
that's-
lost the other
all right.
day. Yeah.
Not are you saying like Philly cheesesteak, like that type of?
I've just steak. It doesn't.
Dude, like
it doesn't
another
matter.
popular. My second go-to is called
Yeah.
pan con bistec, literally called steak sandwich.
Oh.
But it's like that Cuban pressed bread that's like
Yeah, yeah.
really flat.
Okay. Yep.
And it's
Yep.
a skinny steak. But dude, they put these what we call papitas, like the little like fried chips, like the little
Okay,
chips
yeah,
on
yeah.
it. Lettuce, tomato, dude, you bite that and it's the best thing ever. And
Oh,
here,
man.
that thing here, like nothing closes, so 3 in the morning or 1 p.m. you can get that whenever you want. And
Yeah,
it's
I just found out our local pharmacy closes from 2 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. for a pharmacy break. That blew my mind. But the fact that I could just be getting these sandwiches at any
Oh,
point
yeah.
in time, just it doesn't
dude,
matter.
you gotta say it. You can't just come here and be like, I want a steak sandwich. Like you gotta, it's a pan con bistec
a
is what it's
panko
called.
pitet.
Boom.
All right.
Beautiful. You get that, they'll be like, oh, he's a local for sure.
Okay, all right. Listen, when we end up in that area, the tracks are long. So it might take us a year or two, but when we end up in the area, Corey, we're gonna
For
call
sure,
you
for sure.
because I
When
need some of these sandwiches.
We'll definitely cross paths, and if you're here,
Oh, we're
I'll
going to.
definitely. I'll tell
Yeah.
you what to get for sure. I'll take
Yeah.
you to the most Cuban freaking shop. They're everywhere here. They're everywhere all over
I
Miami.
can't wait.
You go to CVS in Miami, they're talking Spanish. Like, they're
Awesome,
not
dude.
even talking
Ah,
English.
good. That's good. I got the Google Translate and everything. I'm here for a good time. So
It's little Havana down here, bro. It's awesome. I truly love it. It's a
That's
little nuts.
awesome.
Miami is crazy, but it truly is awesome. Like I've been all over the U.S. and
Yeah.
there is no place like it. It is a little nuts. Sometimes it's exhausting. Like
Yeah.
this place doesn't stop. People here, they'll go out at dinner like 9, 10 p.m. It's not like your normal 6, 7 o'clock dinner time. And there's always something to do here. And if you're like me, I enjoy my life. I love
Yeah.
having a good time. Me and my dad's like my number one. We don't miss anything. We love sports. You guys,
Yeah.
we go to Panthers hockey game on a Tuesday. We're going. We love that stuff.
Oh, and they just
But yeah.
won the cups. You guys had a hell
Oh,
of a
yeah.
season last year. Yeah.
The last 3 years has been really good for hockey down here,
Oh,
which is
man.
Florida. So there's not.
Whatever, man.
We don't
Yeah.
skate down here, so it's pretty crazy.
You just fly him in from Canada. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
We're much
yeah.
closer.
You just steal those guys.
Yeah,
that's
they're real good
That's
at
another
it.
thing about Miami, dude. Like Miami sports, it's so big that you think of the
Yeah.
U, right? You think of the
Yeah.
Miami football, and it hasn't been like since like it was in the '90s, obviously,
Yeah,
where they were
yeah.
a dynasty. And then I go to a college town like in West Virginia, and in Morgantown, let's say for example, or even Marshall, and
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is all they have. So the fan base is so loyal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Versus like here, let's say that now everyone likes hockey because we
Because
won.
they won.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
the
yeah.
Marlins game will get nobody. Like I threw the first pitch out the other day at the Marlins game,
Yeah.
and it was against the Dodgers, and of course it's the most people I've seen in Marlins Stadium because have 70% Dodgers fans to see Otani play.
Yeah, good old
And
Shohei.
that's what's crazy about here. It's such a big city that
Yeah.
you don't really see that loyal fan base, but we do have some crazy fans. What's crazy is now that I brought that up, that Marlins Park has never been sold out. And the other day, the Bananas closed out the season here against the Party Animals, and it was sold out.
I heard.
sold out.
Yeah, yeah.
To sell out that stadium is really hard, and they did it. In like,
Regulate the Marlins and bring you guys up. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Seriously,
Yeah.
seriously, it's crazy. Like I'm from here. I've been a Marlins fan since forever.
Yeah.
And they've won it once in 2003. And after that, it's like you get Stanton, you give him away. You get Miguel Cabrera.
You give them
I'm,
away, yeah.
I'm so used to it now. But still, like, it's a beautiful stadium, great location. Like, you would think at least
Yeah.
people
Well,
will
and
go
the
to the
fan base
game.
is the fan base down in Miami. Like you bring up your point, you have to be true to your fan base. You can't be
Yeah.
a terrible team and expect because there's so much going on. So when you earn that fandom, I feel like it
Yeah.
reaches a whole
Right, there's
new
a million
level.
other things to do. Why would I go to
Yeah.
a baseball game?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially
So,
maybe a banana ball game, but not baseball, where
Right.
they'll leave by the fourth inning for sure.
yeah. The games down there, they got to be 90 minutes.
If
We'll
you
be,
got and now the Dolphins out of nowhere are good. So all of my friends that are
Yeah.
Dolphins fans are like, "Yo, I'm going to the game." I'm like, "Damn, you haven't been to a game in like 6-7 years."
You got
They
that
must be
jersey
good."
out of the closet and
You gave
everything.
up on 'em,
Yeah. We got cheese curds and Packers up here, so cheese curds never let us down. We're always happy.
Oh, dude, I want to go to see a game at Lambeau Field so bad.
Dude, when you do, hit us up.
sure.
27 minutes away from the stadium. We'll take you. There's this little place, and it's called Taco Burrito Mexico. They've got my favorite deep fried burrito. Not a chimichanga. They've got a chimichanga if you want one, but they got my favorite deep fried burrito of all time. I love it.
Dude, I love that, man. That's what I love to do. That's like my greatest feeling right now in life is like going with my brother, my dad, or my mom. Just we try to go to 2 Cowboys games a year.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
We'll usually go away. Last year they played the Dolphins here, but we'll go to Tampa. We went to New Orleans. I got my dad's tickets for a game at New Orleans. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Last year or the year before, I think. But every year we're always planning like something like that. That's my greatest feeling. I love
Yeah.
going out with my pops, like my brother.
You got to plan a Lambo trip. And one
I
of the
will,
times
I
they
will.
come up there, everyone up here, they'll treat you and your family like family.
I can already tell.
Dude, the
I
parking.
bet.
Yeah, dude, the parking lot's filled with food and everything. It's.
I bet, man. I bet. As soon as I got out of Miami, I was like, dang, there are normal people out there.
Yeah, not
Most
a
of
lot
them
of
are
them.
normal. Some
but-
of them are not quite all right. up
Well, yeah,
there,
but
I don't
you're-
mean- yeah,
the chances of
definitely.
you running into someone that
Yeah.
will just be pissed that you are next to them is high.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
did love about going to West Virginia. It was scary, but I was like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go play ball, do what I love. But I left there with I love dude, I have so many friends that I still talk to and
Yeah.
teachers.
I never really thought about that.
professors.
That's something that, looking at me, of course.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't think about it
hospitality,
after,
man.
yeah.
Like it's different. I remember driving and I was going to get in front of some guy because that's to cut someone off here is like survival mode. You have to.
Yeah,
And then
it's
Yeah.
normal. Yeah.
over there, they were like, "Go right ahead," and I'm like, "Dude, I am not in Miami right now. Like, this is
I-
crazy."
You waved at me
Yeah.
and gave me 2 fingers.
One of
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
What's
He,
going on?
he let me
One of
right
the-
through.
One of the first times I visited Raleigh, North Carolina, a buddy of mine, I'm driving with his dad, and I got the windows down, and we're at this stoplight, and I look next to me, and hey, what's up, man? How's it going? And
Yeah.
we drive off. Dude's like, bro, you're gonna get shot. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, no, just stop doing that.
Yeah,
you're gonna.
dude,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm from the Midwest, bro. I don't know if I could stop saying hello to people.
I know exactly. I was that guy that when I actually lived in Raleigh for a year.
Yeah.
After because there's
Super
a
green city. I couldn't believe how green it
Yeah,
was.
there's a part of my life that I skipped over that I recently opened up about that after college baseball, I had this crazy autoimmune disease that I'm talking about paralyzing pain on my lower
No
half
way.
and I could not get up from bed and nobody knew what was wrong with me and they were like, "Oh, maybe it was an old injury." And I'm like, "Dude, like something's really wrong with me that is not an injury. Like I've never had a back injury." And it ended up being this autoimmune disease that really messed me up. And during that time, I don't even know if I was going to play sports again. And that time I was also starting the real world. So my first job, like normal, real world
Yeah.
job, was a manager at First Watch in Raleigh, North Carolina, just because of
Oh,
the
man.
connections I made up north and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And yeah, I was a manager there, but I was going through this pain and I'm like, dude, I'm still this guy like that. I need to figure this out so I could do what I
Yeah.
love. I was still posting on social media. I had videos posting in the kitchen, making videos on how I need to learn how to make some eggs, whatever. I don't know. I was always posting videos.
That's sweet, dude.
But in the back of my
Dedication,
mind,
man.
in the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, I hope that I can just get healthy enough to go chase my dream. And then after a year of figuring this out, man, I finally I was diagnosed with what I had.
Yeah.
And now to this day, I take medication and I'm good, thankfully.
Yeah.
But once I got those
Medicine.
legs back, dude, I was like, bro, I was making it clear to the Bananas. Like I would post every day, even if I wasn't on a team. I
Yeah.
was like, I am like, this is what I want to do, and I am made for this. And sure enough, I was able to get a tryout. Those tryouts aren't easy to come by. And they sent me a
No.
tryout, dude, and I was ecstatic. I showed up
Yeah.
with a turkey outfit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I had a backup costume. I went up to hit as a UFC fighter in my underwear. Like I did it all. I was like, this is my moment. I gotta go all out. And then
Yeah.
once I was picked for that new team, dude, and I got there, I was just so thankful, man. I was like looking at the grass and smelling the dirt. I was like, bro, this is the best. Like, this is where I want to be. And the
Yeah.
locker room, everything. So I'm really happy that everything worked out, man. And who knows? What if I would have went to go play pro ball with that issue that I had? Things could have gone really south, man. I'm glad that I just was able to focus on myself for a couple years. And then when I got to Banana Ball, I was like really the only one that had taken a break because of that injury. Everyone
Yeah.
there is coming from minor leagues or just graduated college or played in a just came from the SEC or something. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there wasn't no one like me that took a break, so it was tough. But then then I was consistent when I got healthy again, and I was up there, and
Yeah.
getting back to work just felt like putting the glove back on was completely normal, and I was just more appreciative that I was healthy. You know what I mean?
I could hear it in your stories that you had gone through a significant event that allowed you to appreciate what's in front of you more. For sharing that as well. That's a terrible thing to have to go through, and
Yeah, man.
hearing
I
that you're
mean,
on the better side of that, that's fantastic.
yeah, yeah. It was scary. It was scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm a really positive dude, man. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, all
Oh,
right,
I
I
could
broke
tell.
this.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I've had 3 surgeries on one arm. That's another reason why I was like, man, is pro ball the thing? Like whatever. But still, I'm this guy that's let's fix it. All athletes are like that. Whatever.
yeah,
This was like serious. This was like something going on in my system that was just like shutting down. So the fact that I was able to bounce back from that has been awesome. I never took life for granted, but now I really am like,
yeah,
wow, like this, I'm so happy I found what I love that I want to do in life. And
yeah.
now I'm just here and I'm just enjoying it, dude. And I'm not putting the brakes on anything.
Dude, from the outside looking in, and an opinion that you would have never thought about yesterday,
Yeah.
right? I'm here to tell you, you're right where you need to be.
Yeah,
And
man.
hearing your story and hearing how you talk about what you do is like how I talk about my wife, right?
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time, absolutely. Listen, I want to give you a moment to tell absolutely everyone where they can find you on Instagram, TikTok, all those places. We'll, of course, have all of that in our episodes descriptions, as we always do.
For sure.
We like to give you a moment to shout out, man. I could listen to you talk for another hour and a
I know,
half.
dude.
So.
You guys are the best, man. I could talk to you all day too. But my Instagram is Cory Cubano, just pretty simple there,
Yeah.
all together. And then on TikTok, it's my last name, which is hard to spell. It's Cory Garastazu 23, and you'll be able to. Nobody has that name, so
Yeah, oh, yeah.
if you could just spell it out down there, they'll be
We
able to
will.
search it up.
I'll
And
put it right
I'll
on the
send you
video.
guys.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm always on TikTok. I have a even bigger following on TikTok. I'm always live on there talking to fans or anything like that. I try not to miss a night, but at least twice a week I'm on there. And
Yeah.
anything that kids want to ask or adults want to ask, I'm there. I answer all the questions. Like I definitely am real about it, and I'm also starting to post on YouTube. I want to really take this whole thing like day in the life type of thing serious.
Yeah.
Especially all the events I'm starting to go to and all the things that are happening in my life. I've been doing a lot of things for kids, like as far as like just showing up to random games on fans that I met here in Miami.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I met a kid in the Miami game, and I wasn't even playing in that game, but he had like signed with me, and I was like, "Oh, where do you play?" And he plays like 20 minutes from my house, so I told the mom I'm just gonna surprise him at the game and just show up. And that's the stuff that I'm gonna start putting on YouTube, like day in the life, stuff like
Okay.
that. So
That'd be
you
that's
can find me. Yeah, you can find me on
yeah.
YouTube. Same thing as TikTok. Just my full last name. If you search my full last name together, Cory Garastazu, you'll find it. He'll be the only one. I hope there's not another Cory Garastazu out there. I don't think so.
We'll find them if there is.
Competition.
No, it's more unique than mine. There's SYERS. There, I mean, You meet one of those SYERS, we're related. It doesn't matter what.
Exactly,
it doesn't matter what they are, who they are. We're related. I promise.
Yeah, I used to go up to bat, and they'll be like, "Now batting Cory," and I'm like, "Oh, here we go." I got one of those last names, but
Yeah, it was,
as
trust me.
as you get older, man, you appreciate it. Like I remember like in being young, and I'm like, "Oh man, this last name is crazy."
It's
And
a
then you
badge
get
of
older,
honor
and
now,
I'm
yeah.
so proud. Yeah, I'm so proud of my last name.
And get excited when somebody says it right.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
we were like, I can't say this very well. And
yeah.
Patrick's he can't. I don't want to butcher it. I'm like, no, that's fine. We'll go with Cory and
Yeah,
we'll let
man,
him,
you're good,
and then
you're
we'll get
good.
the information afterwards. But
Absolutely, dude. It's
Listen,
hard. It's a tough one.
Cory, man, this has been absolutely fantastic. I am just absolutely praying for all the success for you and your family moving
For sure, man. I
forward.
appreciate it.
We'll be watching your story, and we can't wait to have you back on.
Absolutely.
If
I was
there's a
gonna
window
say
that opens
well,
up.
Oh, we'll do this again sometime for sure. We'll have a lot to catch up on pretty soon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Oh, I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. And I expect nothing but great things for you. You're a great
Appreciate
person, and good things happen to good people. That's the world I live in. So
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thank you guys. And this show is awesome. I really
we
can't wait to
appreciate
be
it.
back. We got
Yeah.
to run it back for sure sometime.
we
All right,
absolutely will.
I'll make sure to make some shorts and tag you some videos and send them to you on Instagram as well. And you can
Yeah, for
you
sure.
can make some funny videos for those, send those out there, and have a little bit of a little fun with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And I'll let you guys know when I'm going up there to watch a game in Green Bay.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, please do. I'll snoop you out. It'll get real crazy if you don't. Girlfriend crazy, all right?
I got you. Deal. Vice versa. You guys let me know if you're down
Yeah.
this way.
Oh, for
Will
real,
do.
for real. Patrick, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Nope. Just make sure you give me all those links and make sure you stay in the room when we're done, and we'll finish the recording, and that's all we need.
Well,
Awesome,
Thank
dude.
thank
Sounds
you
good,
to our
man.
guest, Cory. It's been absolutely fantastic. Couldn't have appreciated anything anymore.
No, thank you guys for having, man. You made it fun for sure.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you to our listeners, and as always, listen, the world's a crazy place, but we love you more.